I saw them all go in the middle.
What's going on, YouTube? This week's review is on the famous Italian pocket pistol, the Beretta Model 21 Alpha, also known as the Bobcat. There we go. Model 21 Alpha. Beretta. As you can see, this is an old one. PB standing for Pocket Beretta. The Bobcat is, like I said, a pocket pistol. Oh, looks sick. Let's check clear real quick before we do a review. Magazine's empty. Nothing in the chamber. Okay. It is a mere 4.9 inches in length. Weighs 11.5 ounces. And the barrel, as you've seen flipped up here, is 2.4 inches. So, a very tiny pistol. The Bobcat was introduced in 1984. And since its design, in 84, there's been very little changes. This is one of, I don't know if it's the original, but a very early model. The new ones have different grips. They don't have wooden ones on the stock ones anymore. You can buy aftermarket ones, but they have a polymer grip on them now. But there's been very little actual change to the internals or the workings on this pistol because it just works good. The 21 Alpha is chambered in 22 long round, like this one is, or it can also be in 25 ACP. See there, 21 long round. It features a simple blowback operation with a single and double action trigger. So it's got, as you see, an exposed hammer. So pulling, double action, or single action, as you can see there. The frame is constructed of aluminum alloy, and the slide and barrel are stainless steel, as you see here. But you can also get them with a carbon steel on newer ones, as far as the slide and barrel go. There's a frame-mounted, thumb-operated safety, as you can see here. This right here is a safety. Thumb-operated, up safe, down fire. It not only blocks the firing pin, but it locks the frame. So, as you can see, frame works, safety on, frame doesn't work. So, it's got a double safety feature with that one thumb stud right there. Also, as you can see, the safety can be put on with the hammer down or with the hammer up. So, anytime you need to make this weapon safe, it's gonna go right in a safe for you. The most recognizable feature on the Bobcat is the tip-up barrel. As you see here, here's a lever which releases the barrel. Twink. And the reason for that is because the slide is not very smooth on these things, especially the older ones like this. So you could have a loaded magazine in there, nothing in the chamber, and you need to load it up real quick, so you can just pop that, put your round in there, close the barrel, and shoot, and it's already, it'll automatically put it in, keep chambering, so you don't really have to worry about pulling it back. That's why they do that design like that, the flip up, which is pretty cool. The Bobcat was designed without an extractor, so for the cycle of operations, it relies solely on the blowback of the round, and because of that, just like other 22 pistols, it can be kind of picky on what you put through it. I usually stick with either Winchester, or I'll do Federal also, and CCI through the Bobcat. So be careful. I mean, don't carry an ammunition that you haven't tested in it. That really goes for any gun, but especially with the 22 and with the Bobcat. And while we're talking about ammo, this 22, the magazine only holds 7 rounds. In 25 ACP, if you got it chambered in 25, it holds 8 rounds. So although it's tiny, it doesn't hold a whole lot of rounds. So only 7 in this. But as you can see in my hand, it's tiny. It's one of those size and weight things. It's it's super tiny. But you got 7 and 22, 8 and 25 ACP. My experiences shooting the Bobcat have all been good. I received the pistol in terrible, terrible condition. And after restoring it, I've had 0 jams. I've put 50 or 60 rounds through it of several different types of ammunition. Winchester, CCI, and Federal. I've gone through this since I've restored it. All fired 100%, not a single jam. The sights on it stink, I think. They're super tiny. But it doesn't really matter to me because since it's a 22, since it's so tiny, my philosophy on using it would be I would pull it last ditch, obviously like super last ditch, well beyond what I'd normally pull a regular gun with, a bigger caliber gun. But I'd pull this and use a shock factor to negate the lack of stopping power of the 22. I'd pull the trigger 7 times as fast as I possibly could, because 7 rounds into a chest or face of somebody in 2 to 3 seconds at 0 to 5 meters is going to change their mind on whatever they're trying to do. I know there's no stopping power, but nobody here is going to tell me that that would feel good. So to negate the stopping power of the 22, the sights don't really matter because they're going to be really close, and I'm just going to pull the trigger as fast as I can on this gun. That's what I would use it for. I'd say that this pistol is good for concealed carry when space is a major concern. It's tiny. It literally fits in the palm of my hand, and I don't have an abnormally large hand. I have a regular hand. So if space is your number one concern, also weight, a little, just under 12 ounces loaded, it's a good pistol for that. We know the 22 doesn't stop. It's not great to carry on an everyday basis, but nobody out there can say that a 22 is not more effective than no gun at all. So it's good. A lot of women carry these. It's good for slipping in a suit pocket. And it's cool. I think it's a neat little gun. The design is cool. It's kind of got a little bit of history to the gun, so it's kind of looks good in every collection. A downfall when looking for one of these is that if you're looking new, like other Berettas, it's expensive. So the Msrp on this gun, new, is anywhere from $335 to $420. But you can find them used, and they're not nearly that expensive, especially a really old one like this. If you can find an old one like this in the condition I got this one in, you would get a really good deal on it as long as you're willing to scrub a little bit. But pretty cool pistol overall. Now I hope these points that I talked about, obviously you could talk way more about this, but these are just a basic little overview on the Beretta Model 21 Alpha Bobcat. I hope they taught you something and you enjoyed this short little review on it. Check out my page for additional gun, gear, and knife reviews. Feel free to comment, send me a PM with any questions, subscribe to my channel if you like what I see. But most of all, have a great day, guys.